I need you, and there's people, and there's people looking to the sky, looking for more. You know I need people, more and more. Need people, need people. Depending on you, depending on me. We all need people, or we'll fall free. Need people. People need people.
Football is an individual sport in that everybody has his own job to do. And it's a team sport in that for the whole thing to work, we all have to work as one. So while there's over 40 people suited up on a football team, each one is important, and it's important that we work together. The warm-up exercises are mostly just to loosen us up for the day's practice. The coaches usually join in, and they help us in a couple of ways in practice. For one thing, they give us pep talks.
This last ball game and the offense we're going to run Friday night against Norview. Let's have a good practice. Let's concentrate hard on our offense, and let's get it going. Okay, let's go.
The coaches also help us with drills to improve the way we do our jobs. Mostly they try to get us to work at our best individually and together as a team. They want us to be right for the weekend's game.
Or just plain on loop. On one. Ready?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things the fellows depend on during the actual game. And from a quarterback standpoint, that's me, number 12. There's a lot of things I gotta have. One of them is good blocking. Good blocking can help me or the other backs to score. On the other hand, if you don't get good blocking, well, you can't do anything with the ball. And a lot of times, after a couple of bad plays, I have to say to the guys, come on, let's have some good blocking. I get pretty discouraged when getting up from the bottom of a pile. But you don't let their mistakes or my mistakes keep us from working like a team. The guys on the sidelines can help as much as the guys on the field. They get behind you, give you support, and cheer you on. And they can help out by pointing out what you might not be doing right. I've known most of these guys for at least a couple of years, and for a lot of us, we're friends on and off the field. And if you know the player beside you, it means your team can flow better as one. Of course, the whole team depends on the crowds that come to the games. It's a good feeling when I look up there and see the stands filled with thousands of people that have come to root for you. If they weren't there, we'd only be doing it for ourselves. Of course, the team depends on coaches. They have the experience to know what plays to call. If you aren't doing something right, they'll let you know. It's not hard depending on people that stand by you when you let up. Times when nothing's going right. But if we all keep the objective, we're going to win.
Okay, Frank, this is it. We got to carry it in. If we don't do it this time, that's all.
With everybody's help, we can go out there and do our best. And sooner or later, we're going to win. And when we won this first game, after losing the first couple, well, it felt good. Everybody felt good.
Need people.
You might see me one day. when you are going down the street. I work for the telephone company. My name is Ruby James. I'm a lines person. At one time, this was a job just for men. Now it's a job for anybody that thinks they can do it. I am one of few women in our country that do this kind of work. Most of the time is spent in breaking down the equipment and setting up for the job. It means being on the job as early as 7 in the morning. It doesn't matter what kind of weather it is, rainy or whatever, and it doesn't matter how you feel, because somebody is there depending on you to do the job. And because I work with other people, if I don't show up, somebody has to carry my load. A lot of people said I couldn't do this job, and at times I wondered if I could. But I felt like I could really do it. I was determined to be myself and not worry about what other people said. This work has given me a chance to double my salary, and I think win the respect of men and maybe make it so other women can do this kind of work. This is why I decided to become a lines person, and it wasn't easy at first. We have to lift a lot of equipment. It's not easy work. You have to get in shape. You have to learn how to lift things. We don't have any set jobs to do. We just have to work as a team to get it done. There's a lot of things to do, but you can't think of everything. And you can't do it all yourself. So you have to work as a team. We all leave together in the morning because we can't do anything without the rest of the crew. We need everybody. Our job is pulling cable. The majority of cable we pull is underground. This means working in manholes where it's dirty, it's wet, and there's not much light. On this job, it's important that we work together. A lot of times we're doing different parts of the same job, but in the end, it's like one. If you don't know how to work together, you can mess up the whole thing. You have to be very careful that the cable doesn't get caught or hung up on any object. The cable costs a lot of money, and it's up to us to see it doesn't get damaged. Sometimes you have to work fast, like when you're cutting cable. The job goes smoother if everybody's there to help you. It's the kind of job that people working together is what it's all about. It's easier for the person wrapping if there's somebody there to hold it steady. You can do all this stuff by yourself, but it doesn't put the burden on any one person if you do it together.
Need people.
Same place with me. C.
I take music lessons with Mrs. Walker.
Good. That was fine. That's all for today now.
Maurice is in my class.
Go put it away.
So then let's take a different way home today. Okay. I've been walking home with Maurice for a couple of weeks now. Maurice is blind. He can't see, so we go home together. But you know, I don't really have to help him very much. Mostly, we have a lot of fun together. Step up, Marty. You might think that walking is easy, but for some people, it's not so easy. They have to depend on others. Sometimes, depending on others is not so easy to do either. I guess Maurice lets me help him because he trusts me. I hope he does. Why don't we run, Maurice? Maybe we'll get home a little faster. But I don't want to. Why don't you want to? Don't you trust me? Well, okay. When I help somebody, it makes me feel good. I guess when you help somebody, we really help each other.
Depending on you, depending on me, we all need people or we'll fall free. Need people.
Supported by a consortium of 34 educational agencies. This program was produced by the Hampton Roads Educational Television Association, Incorporated, under the supervision of AIT, Agency for Instructional Television.